Chris Terrill speaking. We'll soon be back on patrol in the Adriatic, where for the next 10 days we'll again be enforcing the UN arms embargo against merchant shipping bound for the former Yugoslavia. Before we get there, however, and because we're nearing the end of our Mediterranean summer, I'm stopping the ship for 1 hour to allow the ship's company a final chance for hands to bathe. That's all.
Hey! Yo! 1, 2, 3.
No, you don't catch me going hands to bathe, I'm afraid. If I can't touch the bottom, I don't go in. There's things in there that crawl up your bum and avoid parties, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's horrible.
Okay! Bombs away! That was a depth charge. Dabba dabba do! Here we go!
Stopping a warship like ours dead in the water probably doesn't seem like the right thing to do with our ship, but it's part of naval life, something that's been done for time immemorial. And again, it's just glad that we can still find the time now and again to do it. Tremendous fun, hands to bathe. It's a real chance for ship's companies to forget about their routines, working hard in the morning, working hard in the afternoon. It's good for morale.
One unknown tracker climbing up Albanian coast in position 006.2. TAC 020.
Hands to boarding stations, hands to boarding stations.
This is Watchman 90. I intend to send a boarding party to examine your manifest and cargo in accordance with the United Nations Security Council Resolution 820. No harm will be done to your vessel, your crew or your cargo. Over?
Yes, understood. Okay.
Volker Bolt 218, this is Watchman 90. Continue on your current course and speed. Over.
Whereas in the area Montenegro to the north, we were providing a ring of steel around Montenegro and looking for the dedicated violator coming in from the west, and also monitoring Yugoslavian naval and air activity. Down here in Otranto, our job is to sanitise all of the shipping that comes into the Straits of Otranto, which is a choke point of the ships coming into the Adriatic, and to challenge them, find out who they are, what they're carrying.
This is the BBC World Service. Yep. The United Kingdom is to maintain its contribution to Operation Sharpguard, enforcing the UN arms embargo on the countries of former Yugoslavia. Warships from 14 nations, including Britain, are continually boarding and searching merchant shipping in the Adriatic, ensuring that no arms or ammunition gets through to the warring factions. So far, over 31,000 ships have been challenged. Because of the latent threat to boarding parties, the Royal Navy is sending in advance units of specially trained Royal Marine Commandos to secure merchant ships.
Keep going forward and right. Keep going forward. 1 yard. Good position. Ropes going now. Back and right. 2 yards. Keep going back. Keep going back. Keep going back. Okay, first man's going now. First man is out the door. Go back 1 yard. Back 1 yard. Okay, good position. Hold position there. Second man is going. Good position. Go forward 1 yard. Third man is going now. Good position. Good position.
Enforcing the no-fly zone over Bosnia. Operation Sharpguard has met with considerable success as a deterrent against gun running, and it is thought that the sea route into the Adriatic is effectively closed to the armed smugglers. Just 18 months ago, the merchant ship Jadran Express was diverted to Brindisi in Italy, where customs officials discovered containers full of rocket-propelled grenades, thousands of rounds of ammunition and other significant military hardware.
We've done about 2/3 of the upper deck compartments. Roger, will do.
The bottom hole, a solid pack of oranges. Search team 2 over. Max nearly finished on the bottom hole.
Sierra 1, hold number 3 clear, returning crew member to crew room, returning then to bridge.
Foster, thank you very much for your help, and hope you have a good voyage all on your way to Rijeka.
It's a job. You know what I mean? You do your best you can at it. Working as a team. And the ship is sent to a place to do a job. and a team effort all the time. You've got to fit in with a team. It's like ants, I suppose. Ants got their own little community inside whatever ant lives in. People were sent down the Falklands. My brother went down there, he was sunk on the Ardent. Luckily he come back. But he was sent down there, he probably didn't have heard of the Falklands before he went down there. It was a job, he had to go and do it. Ours is not to reason why. So,
what you mean is, Mickey, yours is to do or die.
You said that, not me.
Merchant vessel Calliope, international call sign 3 Echo Charlie Echo 6. This is Watchman 90. I intend to send a boarding party to examine your manifest and cargo in accordance with the United Nations Security Council Resolution 8.2.
Last night it was extremely painful. How does it feel looking at bright lights this morning? You seem to be a lot more comfortable.
Well, I can't. I'm not sure with guns or. I can look at it. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not sure. Hard.
Yes.
I'm blinking slightly more than I had the other one, but not much.
Yeah. Right.
So you've got it in the condition where it's functioning again as of now.
Yes. Yeah.
How much can I use it?
Well, obviously, I don't want you to strain your eye any more than normal. You're putting more strain on your eye at the moment because your pupil is dilated.
Officer Spiro, motor vessel Kluger now bears is down to the south of the rendezvous position. She's got to move north. It's got 9.5 miles to run. She should be there by approximately 0945 local. To make sure a boarding team are happy with those timings.
Barry. The orange one's a tanker.
Below it, yeah, it's 5115.
5115.
Below it to the right.
Oh, hang on, I ain't gonna have fire. Calm down, woman.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I know what you're like.
Do you hear? Because of fire drill and man overboard exercise, first sitting for lunch today will be later, at 13:30. Second sitting at 14:30. That's all.
We're the biggest morale booster on board this ship. If the food's good, they're happy. But sometimes they don't appreciate the actual work you have to put in to produce that food. You know? Only branch in the Navy that's inspected 365 days a year, 3 times a day, without a doubt.
We've always got to be on time. The ship's routine.
Yeah.
I'll go to cock. If we don't produce a meal on time, then it has a knock-on effect on the whole ship's company.
Stop challenges, course will be 250 at 6.
Vessel Kluger, this is Watchman 90, channel 73, over.
Watchman, this is Kluger.
I intend to send a boarding party to examine your manifest in accordance with the United Nations.
PUT XNA DHFD, and now start the struggle. FT DFW, but it's getting pretty blurred.
Right, so does it feel blurred to you? Yeah, it feels more blurred than normal.
Well, it's much worse than normal. I mean, it's not hurting looking there. I just can't read it.
Well, Vessel Kluger, you are requested to provide a pilot ladder to the waterline on your port side, sir. Over.
Port side.
Roger, sir. Of your 17 people on board, have you any women or children? Over.
Some people know exactly how hard you work in the galley. You know, the odd time they'll come in and they'll say, Christ, I'm glad I'm not a chef.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are just playing arseholes. They ain't got
They're quite good on here, actually. I mean, the one thing you want is to beat the bastards, to put it bluntly. You want them to come to the door and say, cheers, chef, that was excellent. You know, that's what the whole game's about, aren't you? You open that counter, you've got 6 choices there, and they say, is that it? You know, you've been working blooming 10 hours, you know you've got another 3 to go. Now, that's where you start getting a bit irate.
Yeah, that's when the stress bit comes into it.
You just lie back there. It's maybe the easiest way. I'm just going to pull your lower lid down. I'm just trying to make it more comfortable for you, really, so...
How far again, Cookie?
They know when they've upset you. I mean, chefs used to run the Navy. There's so many things you can do as a chef. And if you've got the chief cook on your side, you know, the others aren't going to beat you.
What can you do?
They don't get anything, do they? If you come back, I mean, you've got to feed them, obviously, but if they come back and ask for seconds, no chance. No?
What's it, Rob, like?
Very good, can't complain.
No, I'm not saying there's any difficulty, but we've had that far north. It sounds like we'll certainly have to do so, won't we, to achieve the handover.
I was almost having to bully him yesterday to have his eye drops in every 2 hours. You know, I've got to sort of temper that with showing the normal sort of marks of respect, etc., to a senior officer. An eye is a very delicate organ. I don't want to take any risks with that, and I was in two minds about whether or not I ought to send him ashore for some specialist treatment. But really, that's only something to be undertaken when you really, you know, have run out of ideas on board. With the captain, you know, that's a very sort of major decision to have to make, really.
Hands to boarding stations, hands to boarding stations. This is Watchman 9-0.
What was that? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, sir. What was that? Say. What was that? Say.
Leave the Navy and be a contract cleaner.
3, 2, 1. Now time 0810 Alpha.
Ready! 13 rounds at the target in front of you, in your own time. Go on.
How's your eye this morning then, sir?
It's not as bad. It's less red than yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot less red than yesterday, but perhaps slightly redder than it was towards the end
It
of
seems
yesterday.
over the day it got slightly sorer, but it's certainly better.
Yeah.
Better.
Does it feel gritty at all?
No, but
Is
it was at the
inking?
end of yesterday. As I say, at the end of yesterday,
Yeah.
it got on the gritty side.
Right.
But it's
Does your vision feel blurred at all now?
What do you recommend coming right?
yes, slightly.
Very springs. Very springs. Very springs. Very springs. Very springs.
No evidence of any damage occurring towards the back of your eye, sir. So
Right.
I'll just do as we did before, dilate your pupil and put some more of the steroid eye drops in as well. Okay, if you could just hold your upper eyelid up.
14 seconds, resetting the system.
Imdb
All positions, Captain. Tony!
Stop challenges.
Action links, action links.
Roger, action links. Then broadcast. Action links, action links.
Good start to you, we still have 2 crew members on deck.
And she's starting to turn now, sir. Starboard turn.
Yes, no.
Select single shot.
Merchant vessel Sigolda, this is Watchman 90, channel 7 clear. This is Watchman 90, good morning. I intend to send a boarding party.
What is worrying me about this? The meat and fish we've gone down 7 days, which is fine.
Yeah.
Vegetables 11 days,
Yeah.
which is not fine. But this is nearly 2 weeks. Potatoes, nearly 2 weeks. Why, do you think?
Right, I would say the change in the season is the main reason. People have stopped training, the weather's changed, they're now eating more. It's also 5 months since we left the UK. They're getting bored with the routines, especially being in defence watches.
Right, well, what I want you to do is keep a very careful watch on this. I don't want to exercise strict portion control just yet. It's been fine up until now, but I can't afford to have that every week. I appreciate the change in the season. I was expecting it, really, I suppose. It may just be a blip.
Sigolda, no harm will be done to your vessel, your crew, or your cargo. Over.
We've still got the 1 crew member hiding behind the ropes on the aft deck.
Sigolda, this is Watchman 90. There is still 1 man by the ropes at the stern. There is 1 man by the ropes at the stern. It is dangerous for him to stay there because my helicopter will come to that position. Do you understand? Over.
I understand you.
Thank you. Well, please have that man move
inside. That man must move inside your ship. Over. This is when it gets frustrating to try and understand the English. Well, significant difference in crew management and discipline between the various ships before, isn't there? This one is as bad as we've seen over there in terms of controlling people.
Yep. Although there is a large crew.
And I'm going to point out to the captain that we're monitoring it. We won't let it go much beyond this. I want the catering balance to stay in credit.
Yeah, will do, sir.
After all this time, we've managed it pretty well. I don't want to lose it now. Nor do I want to starve the ship's company. So just keep an eye on it for me.
Right. Can you hear anything now?
Nope. I still see one man on your stern. Over.
Please say again.
I can still see one man on your stern. Over.
Now one guy on the aft deck.
That is correct. Please have him move. Over.
The most important thing is to check. Do you know? Into which quadrant of the buttocks do you actually do the right up quadrant? Yeah, that's to avoid the sciatic nerve that runs down inside the buttock, just deep to the buttock muscle. Okay, so if you actually drew a sort of square in his buttock, it would be like that. So you do it into about there, yeah, to that sort of rather nasty piece of acne. Right, put your left hand on the actual buttock itself. It just helps you to coordinate yourself. Yeah. And then just quickly stab down straight away. Oh Lord. You want to actually push it in slightly deeper than that. That's fine. Okay, now pull it out quickly. That's fine.
Is he moving yet? So Goulder, Watchman 90. What was that?
Is it still in there?
It's come out. It's come out.
That's really quite painful, actually.
Right.
Good Lord.
I think tomorrow's lesson is amputating the arm, isn't it?
It's the last time I volunteered for any of your duties.
Right, we're just going to go through that again then.
This is Watchman 90. Have you told your man to move? Over.
I don't think he's hiding as much as he's sending one man down on the ladder.
We now have one crew member coming down from the bridge, making his way up. He's just said something to the guy on the aft deck, and he is still standing there.
I think give it 2 minutes early. Should get the message.
Watchman 90. Watchman 90. All my people inside. Only one man. Stay
Behind the ropes.
and start to meet your helicopter.
Right. This is Watchman 90. Thank you, but I do not want that man. That man must go inside. My boarding officer will come to the bridge when he is on board and speak to you. I do not need one man to meet my team. Over.
I see.
Thank you. We're on the same wavelength, I think, now.
One crew member still hiding behind the ropes on the aft deck.
Got my telescope in. His language is obviously limited, but I can't speak much Latvian.
Chief Engineer. Chief Engineer.
Mission room.
Yeah.
Engine room.
Mission room. Second Engineer.
It was. Mission room.
Second Engineer.
Second Engineer. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, you to go.
Машину.
He's on his way back down, is he?
I am scoreboard.
Toby can.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he can.
No, he's not. He's on your side. He's a D-hot.
Did I just not find something else?
I'm a D. No, you didn't. Come on. Come on. Who's got a pen I can borrow?
Told me? You think she might have asked me?
No, that's what I meant.
Hey, look, hang on a minute. First you asked for my car without even consulting me.
Michelle.
No consideration for others. That's always been one of your failings.
Well, you built up.
Ah!
Oh, yes!
Oh!
He's happy enough to take my money. Let me pay for your holiday away, won't you?
I'll see you get that back.
One of the things I found out here on Sharp Guard is that you end up working so hard that you end up becoming ineffective. The regime for the operations officer is quite punishing, really. Throughout this 10-day patrol, for example, I would get 3 or 4 hours sleep a night, and I would be working all that other time, including 12 hours in the operations room.
Are you ready to go? Good.
The regime that I work at the moment, it takes me completely out of my environment as an officer. I feel that sometimes I live in a vacuum. Actually, a very nice ritual of everybody sitting down in the mess together is something that I'm deprived of in defence watches. I don't like that, but that's something I have to deal with.
I meant to phone before coming away and say, right, I want to set when I come back, and I haven't done that.
Some are born officers. You can see that as soon as they join. And you've got some that are just in their element being looked after because mummy's always done it and now they haven't got to go, they've gone straight from home to this and someone else is looking after them, which is us. So they haven't got to do anything for themselves. If they were left to fend for themselves, I don't think they'd be able to either, because they haven't got this. They've got all the brains but no common dog, which is the difference, which is probably where your ratings have got common sense and maybe some of them haven't got a lot of brains, and then your officers have got all the brains but no common sense. I'd rather have the common sense on it.
It's got to be.
I couldn't live like that. Not for the fact that someone's looking after you. That's all right. I mean, everyone enjoys going out for a meal and being served and pampered and all that, don't they? But I just couldn't live like they do. It's all false. I mean, if half of them act like that when they get home, then I don't know how their marriages are fine. There is a class system. There's still them and us, and you're always going to get that. You get that in Civvy Street and you get that in the Navy as well.
I have, yes. There's a really good one, which I know I will feature in the music. It's called Well Light on One Day. It's like a Greenies mess. Good evening, First Lieutenant speaking. At the moment we are 15 miles to the northwest of Law Harbour in Area Ethel. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we have the major store ship with the Royal Fleet Auxiliary ship Port Austin, where we'll be going up alongside at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and taking on stores from her. There will be a clear lower deck at 9:30 tomorrow morning and Port Austin and conduct a replenishment at sea with stores coming over by heavy jackstay and helicopter. And the Smarter has confirmed that included should be English beer, fresh milk, and at last proper sausages. That's all.
Very good. Range.
English beer, Mickey. Happy with that? Is this place empty knickers?
Set. Both levers ahead. Stand by on the levers.
Set 4 lever 46. 4 lever 46.
I'm not here to teach you to suck eggs. You've probably all seen them before. It's a RAS, so do be careful. It's a bonus for us to get to use Fort Austin. It's part of the UK National Group. We're a British ship, but we weren't expecting to get access to it. They're doing us a favour. They're very keen to help us. And the stuff in the end is yours. You're going to eat it. You're going to wear it, provided it's not food. Think of it as Christmas. It may be a long RAS. It may not be as long as all that. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much.
Don't all leg it, please. One other thing, please, sir. Safety. Remember, when you're working in the upper deck, stay away from any moving ropes, any coils, any bites on the deck. Don't go near the dump unless you're nominated by a member of the dump party to assist. then you also need hazardous duty life jackets. Anybody that's going to be working with ropes, take your rings off. Not very nice walking around with 4 fingers. Any questions? Everybody happy? Carry on, gentlemen, listen to the pipes. Ladies as well.
Captain. Captain, sir, we've been ordered to carry out a boarding.
You must be joking.
No, I'm not, sir. It's, don't worry, I've done some work too. So
Right.
I've done some work on it.
Yes.
She bears 203 at 32 miles at present, sir.
Yes.
I've got onto Oscar Sierra, told them we're just about to start.
Yes.
And I've asked her if she would be happy to slow this vessel down to her minimum speed.
What's her speed at the moment?
Her speed at the moment is 10 knots.
Yes.
Stay 160, sir. 42, sir.
Well, down to the southwest and bearing a 220, we've got what is now a potentially violating vessel called the Magellan Rex. And she's coming towards area Ethel, that's 14 knots. And rather unfortunate timing because we're just about to start the replenishment, which is very important for us. But we've still got to do the boarding. There's a classic conflict here between actually replenishing the ship and still being a warship and getting away and doing our job, patrolling our area. We're going to have to delay the boarding a wee while we replenish.
Knowledge on the ridge.
Surface, Pimo.
Surface, sir.
What's the range and bearing of the Magellan Rex now?
Presently she's bearing 220, sir, at 21.2 nautical miles.
Roger. Because if this isn't enough, having to deal with the Magellan Rex, the captain's eye condition has deteriorated, and the medical officer has suggested that he go ashore and get seen by a specialist, so we've got to arrange for another helicopter from the force to come in and pick him up and take him ashore with the medical officer. So the XO will take conduct for the ship and I'll move up to second in command. And we'll take it from there.
You enjoy that?
Oh yes, it's always good to get a little bit of extra responsibility. If I'm not already drunk with power already.
Of the Gulf War, that the whole business of keeping a ship at sea is what it's about. It's not just about the ship being there and fighting and showing its teeth. You have to be sustainable. What's good about this ship and this ship's company is that there's a very broad appreciation of the whole picture. So it's not very difficult to motivate them to do a thing like this. At least that's the way it looks to me. What they may say is perhaps a different matter. However, they know that if they want British sausages, this is the only way to get them at the moment, and that seems to be quite a highly motivating factor. So far, we've had some frozen provisions, but obviously we don't want the frozen provisions to defrost, we don't want the fresh stuff to deteriorate at all. 4, thank you. The other constraint we've got here is that these barrels of oil which are coming across, because we're getting it in barrels, we want to empty the barrels down into the ship and return the empty barrels, the empty drums, because they're no use to us and they're taking up space. We have to complete that operation before we complete the RAS, otherwise we can't return the drums.
And meanwhile, we're waiting to do a boarding as well, after this.
Yes, yes. Yeah, Scott is smiling on us today, I think.
So any important stores this?
This is... you need this. You need a lot of this when you've had a good run ashore, don't you? You know, the old galley arse and that. Oh, hey! You know what the galley arse is, don't you? You know, good old curry, like, your arse is going like a sunflower, so you need plenty of this stuff, alright? I don't know whether it's 2-ply though, because I need it.
Stop playing with the camera.
There's
a big inquiry going on there. 96 Yorkie bars have gone missing. They're looking for a big fat trucker who's lost his lorry or something like that. But they found 48 of them. At the moment, the Master of Arms is searching the gash bags all through the ships to try and find the culprit. So I just wait with bated breath to find out who's got them.
There was a big box of milk bar Yorkies. 48 was taken. And when it was passing one of the upper deck lockers, people went in, consumed what they wanted, and disappeared.
Where the Yorkies went?
Not saying nothing. Not saying anything. Don't know. Don't know. I haven't got a clue. They might know. Oh!
Any information?
Where'd the Yorkies go? They're in there. Chief's mess. Chief Stalker's locker. Yeah, I've just heard it in my Raz store, apparently.
No need to, you shouldn't have to lift it.
Lift it up.
You split the flags, you realise you're going to have to clean the deck, don't you?
Life box!
What's the story on the Yorkie bar scandal?
Sussed it.
As soon as we finish this call, we send you back. May I speak to David Bates and Stone, please? David, it's Martin. I just wanted to say thank you very much again, and I don't know whether you got my note along with that package we sent, but as I said in there, it really was marvellous to see you. It means a great deal to us. As I said in there, maybe just another Raz to you, but to us it represents a great deal. We haven't seen enough of you over the last 5 months, unfortunately.
No, we appreciate your business and many thanks again.
Well, I tell you what I would like, David. I would like to see you ashore in Plymouth one day.
Good afternoon, First Hand speaking. Well done to everyone involved in today's replenishment at sea with Fort Austin. I know that it did go on slightly longer than I'd earlier anticipated. Some of you will have seen that the captain departed shortly after 10:30 this morning. His eye deteriorated last night and the medical officer decided that he should seek the opinion of a specialist ashore in Toronto. I hope to be in touch with the captain shortly, after which I'll give you an update on his condition. Well done again for the replenishment today. We did get over as much as we intended in the time, and as we hoped, we now have beer in the barrel and sausages in the larder. We're now proceeding at full speed to carry out a boarding of a Lebanese sheep carrier, although we don't yet know whether she's carrying livestock or in ballast. We'll be alongside her sometime after dark, approximately 2200. That's all.
I said inside your ship. Over.
Keep going upwards. Yes. 327.
Lost a mother. Ship's unladen, sir. No cargo. Does seem to be a single sheep on the upper deck, though. It's bleating at us.
He's got one sheep on deck, sir.
Where?
I think an internal inspection is
See there by the guardrail, just in, I was just saying in the guardrail, just the second cage up from the superstructure.
Oh, goodness me. It's
Sorry.
probably tomorrow's lunch. One sheep each. It must be for slaughtering or something. Looks like a stuffed dummy, it's not moving.
I suggest the boarding officer himself does an internal inspection, sir.
Well, yes.
From what I've heard, he'd be quite used to it.
Did you ask him? Did you ask him if he had his wellies with him?
Starboard for a head 2-2.
But I believe he doesn't have any cargo on board apart from a single sheep. Have you heard that? Is this lightning getting any closer?
And landing. And hop pins engaged. Yeah. And go for the lashes. You've got the winds thrown out to do as well, Nick. Roger.
Good evening, First Hand speaking. I'm expecting the captain back on board at around 22:30. He has new medication and has been relieved of his eye patch. You will be pleased to know that although he still needs daily treatment, he has been past fit and ready to come back to sea for duty. That's all.
How did you get on?
We finished at 14:15, 46 loads.
Oh, good.
That came over onto the boat deck. So
and you've done a boarding since?
And as soon as we broke away, we had the other merchantman sitting up alongside, just off Fort Austin, about 4 miles away. Went over.
Was
did
he
that.
just waiting patiently?
He was waiting patiently, and then we got him to come up to the northwest. We just stepped straight round her stern and went straight over.
Right, well, let's go forward. You got to go back. Yes, sir.
evening, First Turn speaking. As we come to the end of this patrol period, well done for all the effort that's gone into our operations in area. We've conducted 13 boardings on just about everything from fruit carriers and oil tankers to ships carrying ores and metals, a humanitarian aid ship, and of course our recent lone sheep carrier. After all the hard work of the last 10 days, we can now look forward to a well-deserved run ashore in the Italian port of Brindisi. Our ETA is 1700 hours, and we hope to be alongside by 1800.
And finally, one quick word, a reminder, please keep it up, make sure your behaviour ashore is, again, of the highest standard.
That's all.
Let's start my defenders, lads. Let's get defenders in on these barges.
It's vegetarian, isn't it?
You and George, here we go. George, smile please.
The bar's open, help yourself boys, and here we are. You know, so it's Brixton and not it's only like £2 a bottle anyways. The lads need a wind down.
Wind down.
Wind down.
Hey!
I made a joke.
That's all right now. Manuel.
It's all right.
Thank you.
Where's Mr. Faulty?
Manuel.
Don't talk about the German.
Where's Mr. Manuel?
Speak English.
I learned it from a book.
Lieutenant, and she was she is.
Yes.
What a completely autonomous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. How do you think?
No,
I don't believe it.
Wait, everything.
You probably don't know our authors, but sort of Thomas Hardy novels and that sort of thing. That name would be more common, but not today. Have you finished? Is that all right?
Thank you. Yes. Okay.
There's great rivalry between whether you're captain of a destroyer or a frigate. You know, the destroyer captain thinks he is more important, and the frigate captain says, "No, you're not."
Merrily, oh merrily shall we, no more to on earth like a sailor at sea. Hey, I ho, when the ship rolls along, give a sailor his grog and there's nothing goes wrong. First verse. A is for anchor that sits in the bows. B is for bowsprit where the gypsies hang low. C is for captain that we rock around. D is for David's where our best made out. Hey, you're a bunch of boring bastards.
No, for us, a captain, not linked with the type of ship. It is more the role and the position. Previously, the destroyer was always a bigger ship and more responsibility.
It's a bit of a mess now after 5.5 months away. Well, it's not a mess, but it's starting to show where we haven't been able to get at it with the high pink cat. The seamen finished all the bow. I'm happy with that. You can see where they've been at it round about the exit. That's okay. No, it's fine. I just wanted to have a general look because I haven't been up. You see that net up there? The rope hanging down?
Sure.
We can get that reefed through. Other than that, it's fine, I think.
That's one, is it? Yeah, I'll have one of those, yeah. Actually, I'll have one of these as well. Yeah.
1,200.
1,200. Very good night, actually. When I get up from the wardrobe after having been woken up by the steward, you know, stagger down to my cabin and realise that I've got "I'm a dickhead" written on my face. It's rather embarrassing. But there we go. Never mind.
Leading rank Martin, dial 0.
Got a short shack?
Hanging out. DTs all morning.
Where did we go then?
I stayed on board and had a quiet night in.
Did you really?
Well, I was on board and that's about it.
Hanging out the fridge?
Machine gunned the fridge, I would say.
Yeah.
Singing rah rah, rah rah Mickey G, Gloucester's greatest love machine.
You're a sad man.
We're constantly turning out food all day, every day. You know, it's still 3 meals a day, whether we're still pissed from the night before or whatever, like, you know. It is hard. I mean, we was partying till early hours of this morning. And we know we're on duty. Mark knew he had to get up at 5, but he was still here. I'm still here now. And I'll be here till I finish at 8 o'clock tonight.
Are there lots of shoe shops? There is, actually. There's quite an exceptional quantity of shoe shops.
I'm sure you got some serious boots.
I think someone said that being on a ship's like being in a prison, where you got a chance of drowning. You go to sea for how many days it is, and you're working hard. You know what I mean? We're not physically working hard, but mentally you're on the go all the time. So when they get ashore, they just want to let off steam. You know what I mean? Get ashore and just get blasted, come and sleep it off. Everyone's got to release stress sometime.
Cappuccino, please. Cappuccino. You starting to feel alive yet, Doc? Well, yes, actually, yeah.
The Molly do the trick.
I had a Bloody Mary this morning, which really sorted me out quite well. Just the tip here. Yeah. And this ice lolly is really doing me some serious favours.
You're not hiding behind those dark glasses at all, then?
No, well, I don't like to reveal the fact that my eyes are pointing in different directions to too many people.
She's not nearly as good looking as Georgie. Make sure that goes in then. I can't look at a woman like that and think, yum, yum, yum.
Your current bun? She's messed up big style, isn't she?
She here, Weapons Engineering Mechanic Labman. Report to the Master at Arms office immediately. Thank you.
Yellow HQ1. Yeah. Go ahead, call your throat.
It's a very sort of unique environment in which, you know, for 7 months you get a number of people just enclosed in a sort of tin can floating around, you know, and the camaraderie. I've never come across anything like it before, really, you know. Spend that amount of time just with other people in that very sort of insular environment of a ship, you know. Spending 10 days at sea where, I mean, you're just deprived of all sort of enjoyment, really, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, you spend, you know, so long at sea that when you do go ashore, you really like to lay your hair down and have a good hoolie. And it's made more for entertainment because we get people like Doctor who falls asleep everywhere we go.
The good thing about drinking in the Navy is that your body has a chance to recover between runs ashore, you know. So, I mean, 10 days, you can really flush your system through, and then when you come alongside, you know, you can just, you know, try and inflict some serious damage again.
Well, I actually had a fairly good grounding in drinking, it has to be said. I've been drinking for a number of years now, and this is really just putting the cap on. I'm just sort of perfecting the art now. And Navy is a very good place to do that, actually.
Hi.
Hi, mate.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Are you just getting ready to go to work?
Yeah.
I've a little bit late. I've been out running this afternoon. And I failed miserably last night. We went out for a pizza down in the town.
Yeah.
We had a couple of litres of wine with the pizza light. I ended up singing last night at the karaoke bar.
Goodbye.
So it was a good night, like, but I was hanging a little bit this morning.
Yeah.
Hello, Dad. Yeah? It's me, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
How are you?
All right.
Oh, good.
Good heavens. Will I never?
Tomorrow's Friday, 21st of October, Trafalgar Day. Early start for us, sailing at 5:30. Prepare for flying at 8:30, sir, which will remain extant throughout. And at the same time, closing up to our action stations, it will be a standard transfer of ammunition to Weapon State Monty.
I'm coming down on the Thursday.
Yeah?
Get some things somewhere. I think Michael's going to bring...
No, down on Michael.
No, Russell's going to bring Philip.
Yeah.
That's it, I know I'll get it sorted out.
Yeah. Remember me, I'm the short, dumpy one. Yeah,
Sexy letter.
Oh, you sent us sexy letter, then?
Well, it's writing it.
Loads of tooling in it. Oh, bargain.
Hope it's alright.
That'll keep me going then.
Of the ships in area Montenegro, we have the Montcalm in Iceman, who we will relieve tomorrow. In Digger the Yavuts, in Blocker the Deo, in Clymer North the Victoria.
I can have a quiet drink tonight because we have to be back by midnight. So just going to have a couple of glasses of wine or whatever. And
But you said that last night.
yeah, well, failed again.
Warm front is moving northeasterly and is expected to lie effectively right through our area come 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, bringing fairly classic frontal conditions. There are going to be warnings of strong winds, southeasterly winds, probably up to about 30 knots.
It's absolutely persisting down here at the moment.
Nice,
Yeah, I'm looking out now. It's on duty today. I've just nipped off to make a phone call.
Uh-huh.
And it's absolutely dribbling down.
We had a nice day here today.
Oh, well, it's about time we had one, really. I've had about 6 months worth.
We haven't had a bad summer, mind.
Oh, no. Right, I think that was my pip stat.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
All right, be good.
Yeah, look after yourself, son.
Trust me. See you later.
I love you, mate. See you later.
The letters too bad.
No, they're okay, mate. They're fine. They made me smile. You're daft, though. So, I'll let you crack on and I'll call you back again tonight. Okay? No, I'll try not to. Alright, I love you then.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. Bye, love you too. Bye. Love you. Love you, love you. Bye. Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right, I'm putting it down. Goodbye. Love you. Bye.